Well, hello everybody. I'm going to be starting a new series of videos all about low-cost housing. And when I say low-cost housing, I mean it's the finishes in the house are very nice, but the building technique and building method and materials are used in a very effective manner to create or build a very nice house at a low cost. So this is the introduction video where I'm going to walk you through one of my houses on my property. I have built 5 of these houses which I rent out, and the cost to build each house, which is 1,000 square feet, was $32,000. That's in today's money. So please join me on this series where I will take you through all of the reasoning behind how I came up with the design, how I went about building them, the techniques, etc. Yes, so let's go on the journey. I would be honored and would greatly appreciate it if you were to subscribe to my channel. It will give me motivation to continue making many videos. Hopefully you will enjoy some of them. Thank you very much. Okay, so this house cost $32,000 to build, and I built it in 2009. Let's see what's inside it. Okay, we've got a small kitchen, but it's very functional, and it's got marble countertops, so nice high-end countertops, but the rest is very functional, although it has a double sink, and it's got stove. Here would be the fridge, and then under counter it's got place for dishwashing machine and a washing machine. So if I turn around from the kitchen, this is the living room and lounge area. When I built it, I used a colored concrete to cast the slab. So the floor you're looking at is a concrete slab that's just been kind of finished with a sealer over it. Then through this door here is a very large bedroom. It's let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards by, this is 4 meters, 1, 2, 3, 4 meters. So I'll convert that for you later. So this is one large bedroom with some built-in cupboards. And then we go past the kitchen, there's a corridor over here. We go down the corridor, we come to the bathroom, and it's got a nice vanity. It's got a corner bath, toilet, and then shower stall. So again, it's a nice size, decent bathroom. Hello, how are you? Fine, thank you. And so if I go left now, coming out of the bathroom, I go into the other bedroom. And this is a much smaller bedroom. This is only 1, 2, 3 and a half, about 3.5 yards long by, again, 4 meters wide. And it's got its own door out onto the garden. So it's 2009 this was built, and you can see it's still in relatively good condition. So it's lasted pretty well. It's empty at the moment because I have a new tenant coming in about a week's time. Okay, so how could I have built this for $32,000? Well, the trick lies in this, what you see here, is what determined the size or the width of the building are these beams. Now, these are standard beams that we get in this country for building purposes. They are 1.5 inches wide. They are about, I think it's 9 inches, let's just make, 9 inches deep, or should I say, so it's 9 inches wide, 1.5 inches deep, and it's about 20 feet long. And it's basically the length of the beam that determined the width of the building. So that's one key aspect, is that I've only used standard materials, and the materials did not need any cutting down or anything like that. I used them as they came. So absolutely pure standard. And then the insulation is a foil insulation that is held in place by the cross beams and wire, if you have a look. So it's a very simple. And then on top of the foil is IBR. So that's just steel corrugated roof. And the key here is this. This is the garden, by the way. It's got its own little private garden. This is pointing north to where in the southern hemisphere the sun comes from. One of the key aspects of the design of the building is that the high walls point north. So in the northern hemisphere, I would have made these walls pointing south. And the reason for this is the roof slopes away from the sun, which means the sun rays striking on the roof strike at a very oblique angle. So there is very little penetration of heat coming through the roof. So that's another key aspect. And the other key aspect is, if you have a look at the walls for the bedrooms and for the bathroom and the other bedroom, they only go up a certain height. They don't go up to roof height. And the reason for that is to allow the free movement of air in the house. And by doing that, it allows very good air circulation. And then the other aspect is, if you have a look at these doors, they are almost 1.5 times taller than normal doors. And basically what I did is I bought normal doors, and then I just cut them down to allow a larger door. And the reason for that is, in winter, it allows nice heat to come into the house. And in summer, you can just use the curtains to cover the windows and door, and that keeps the coolness in the house. Very, very efficient and effective means of controlling the temperature. This house is generally nice and cool in summer, and in summer our temperatures get up to the sort of early 30s, 30 degrees Celsius, and in winter they go down to on average about, I would say, 10 to 8 degrees Celsius. So we don't have snow or freezing temperatures, and I doubt that this roof would be able to hold any snow. I would have to have doubled up on the beams and also perhaps put another layer of insulation. But you can see just from the let's say the structure of the building, it would be very easy to include more insulation below the foil on the roof, basically creating a ceiling. So very easy to insulate. And these walls, it would be very easy also to either do a double wall or to just put a wooden frame with additional insulation. So if you needed to adapt this design to a cold environment, you'd do that to the roof. You would add more insulation on the walls, and the floor you'd most probably put pipes underneath the floor, and then use geothermal heating to keep the floors nice and warm. This house took less than 5 months to build, and I will explain the building process to you. So this is right now what the finished product. As I say, $32,000, and I'll be getting a rent of $1,400 per month from this small house. It is 1,000 square feet in size. I have 5 of these houses in a complex on my property. Okay, so that's this part of showing you what 32,000 purchases.